You ever wonder how long a town has had its name? I started to look. Plainfield used to be called Walker's Grove before it was platted as Plainfield in 1841. A long time. Now I kind of think they should have left it as Walker's Grove. Sounds kind of neat, doesn't it? But what do I know? So we're going to be checking out another amazing community in what I would call North Plainfield, or North Walker's Grove if they would have left it. I'm Jay Stallone, I'm a local realtor here, and if you want to know everything about new construction, then you came to the right place. Today, we're stopping by Greenbriar by D.R. HORTON. They're looking to build 280 homes, and they finished only 50 of them. It's 230 left. I think there's more than enough time for you to find one you like. We're gonna be touring some of the models, the floor plans, the community as a whole, and things you wanna check out when you come down here. Also, we're gonna let you know which schools this community feeds into. If you didn't know, Plainfield has 4 high schools. Confusing, right? So we'll make sure you know which community this feeds into if you're interested in it. Builder websites can be hard to navigate. So I went ahead and downloaded everything for you, from site maps to floor plans to starting pricing, and I put everything into an email just for you. So make sure you click the link below and we'll get everything sent right over. We're touring a COVENTRY. It's gonna be 2,836 square feet. 4-bed, 2.5 bath. This one actually has a basement, so you're gonna see exactly what this house would look like if you got all the options with a basement. Now the COVENTRY is probably one of my favorite floor plans in this community. It's just so big, over 2,800 square feet. They've staged this as an office. I work from home. I've got a 2-monitor setup. It's insane. I'd probably work from right here. You got a window, it feels open. You're close enough to the family. I think they've staged it really well. You probably could use it as a playroom too, or maybe a guest sitting room, it's whatever. Now, one of my favorite features in the home, besides everything else, is the butler's pantry, or what I would use as a coffee station. Imagine putting your Keurig or your fancy espresso machine, all your coffee pods or your coffee beans, storing everything up here. This is kind of a nice feature to have. And then to my left, you have the actual huge pantry. How much more do you need in these things? So from somebody that really doesn't organize the pantry, I'd probably leave this to my wife. Otherwise it would be in disarray, let's just be real here. And then we go into the kitchen. Like every floor plan you've seen me tour, this is huge, right? You got 4 people that can sit across while you're cooking, or you're doing some dishes, watch some sports, race car, I don't care, watch something. I'm a car guy, so I'm always into stuff like that. But think about that and feel how open this is. You've got the slider back there, but there's about 8 seats here. So you can probably fit 8, 10, 12, it's pretty large. And then you got the 4 here. You could entertain for days in this house. Oh, we're filming? Oh, okay, so we're in the living room now. And look at this nice electric fireplace. Kind of caught me just hanging out. But look how big this is. You already saw me in the kitchen, the dining space. You got all these couches. It's a good entertainment space. So at 2,800 square feet, you can look around and see how they're actually using the space very well. It's not just open, it's not like a waste of space. These things are really decorated and laid out very well. Let's go upstairs. Walking upstairs, the first thing I noticed was the loft. When my daughter was really, really little, her bedroom was really close, and I'd play Xbox just on our little futon for hours, from like 12 to, we don't talk about that, don't tell the wife. But if she would cry, I'd run over, check on her, and I'd come back. It was awesome to be so close while actually having my gaming headset on. I'm a kid at heart, let's be real. So having this second living space, you actually know there's good use of space there. So you have 4 bedrooms if you actually look around. Massive master bedroom, 3 bedrooms, and then you have a second living space. Whether you're playing Xbox like me, or you just want somebody else to kind of have a second living space, so not bothering you. We're in the laundry room upstairs. Now, if you didn't have a basement, they gotta put things somewhere, right? So most likely that furnace, that water heater is gonna be tucked here. That's probably why this thing is massive. But if you have the basement, look at the storage you could put here, or the shelves, or just anything. It's better to have more space than not. My laundry room is about this big, and it fits nothing. So look how big the space is, and put whatever you want. kind of dive into the second floor some more, the first thing I noticed, you guys saw me tour Timber Ridge, and it's like a 22 by 20 huge bedroom with double closets. This feels about the same size. I don't have the blueprint in front of me, or floor plans or whatever, right? Measurement. But this feels kind of like you could put a couch in this corner, or a couch here, watch some TV, or use no TV, whatever. But this is good size, right? So you have 2,836 square feet. You see the loft, you see the 4 bedrooms, the layout, the basement. I don't think you need bigger. They have one that's bigger. We might be able to tour that today. But if you look at it from the overall 2,800 square foot land, I don't know why I keep saying that, but let's be real. The thing's great, okay? So the bathroom's here on the left. You're gonna get a stand-up shower. I'll have to check for you all just to make sure if they have a luxury where they have a shower tub separate. They have that water closet right here tucked back. Most houses are gonna have that. And it's, again, probably one of the best features that we can just close the door and not see or hear anybody. It's amazing. And then a closet, store all your stuff. And when we step back into here, you're gonna get another one of these massive closets. My house has a closet half this size, and there's a lot of stuff in it. So whether you use it this way or do custom cabinetry, you're gonna have more than enough space for your master bedroom. Let's go to the basement. All right, we ran down to the basement. Now we walked, I'm lazy. But here we are. The one thing you saw about the Clifton, that basement was massive. 2-story homes, you're gonna notice the basements are a little bit smaller because they only take that first floor footprint or first floor plan. A little bit smaller, still good usable space. Now here, you're gonna see a lot of tankless water heaters. And look how much space this thing takes up. Not very much. All right, so you could actually finish this section off, drywall it, and you wouldn't kill a lot of the basement. Again, you're only killing this section of it or not being able to utilize it. You put some storage in the corner. The rest of the basement you could finish. I mean, what more could you ask for? You have the 2 windows here, the sump's back in the corner. If you look at overall layout of basements, as I tell everybody, this is all usable. The water's in the corner, sump's here, furnace and tankless water here. The rest of the space is usable. I mean, so overall, I think this is probably my favorite floor plan in the past few months that I've toured. We're gonna see the Emerson next. If we can, that might beat it, but I don't think so. We'll find out. Now, in this community, some houses are on basements, some houses are on slab. You just gotta know which one you're looking for. They all don't have basements and they're not all on slab, so each lot has different specifications. All right, we're in a Clifton, 1,863 square feet. It's 2 bed, 2 bath with the flex space. You have the first bedroom tucked back here, so maybe your least favorite human goes up front. I'm just kidding. Flex space, as they're using it, it's kind of just got to hang out. If you want to mix some drinks, I mean, that's kind of my thing, right? All right, so if you have a basement here, it'll be tucked away here. Some stairs, right? Full basement. If you don't, it's probably gonna be a wall, right? Because otherwise you'd walk into the abyss. And then back here is just kind of a little bit of storage. The open concept thing has been a thing for a while. I mean, you have your living space, dining space, flipped. You can actually cook food, kind of watch a little TV, hang out with the family. It just gives you a better feel with family or by yourself or friends. You can actually talk, cook, and do all that stuff. Now we'll quickly dive into some of the features here. Now 42-inch cabinets are sometimes an upgrade, but here they're actually standard. So you're gonna get 42-inch cabinets, a little bit of crown. Obviously, most of the appliances are included except for this fridge here. This is not included, so make sure you put that in your budget. So right off the kitchen, you're gonna have your laundry room just kind of tucked back. Remember, the washer and dryer aren't included. You're only gonna see them in the model typically. Look how big it is. You could actually put some storage here, laundry baskets. You could build some shelving units, put a little corner cabinet. They're big enough here where you can actually store stuff and do your laundry. And then some of the features, obviously, staging sells homes, right? So this is their back staging. You're obviously not gonna get that when you get the home, but it is a good idea for your house, right? I know a couple people that do this, and every time I walk into a model, I'm like, can you do that? And I was like, of course, because I can't do it, let's be real. Now, one of the cool things I noticed when I walked in, because I've toured a lot of these and I even forgot myself, is that there's gonna be a closet here in the bedroom itself, and then tucked back there is a massive closet. So you can almost have his and hers and hers. It's most likely gonna be all of hers and you're gonna get a dresser, right? If you're married. I mean, that's what happens to me in my life. So back here, you're gonna get the actual huge space. Look how big this is. Imagine putting some custom cabinetry in here. It's been a long day, you can tell. You can put cabinetry here, but it's very big. Like this is almost the size of some bedrooms and houses, right? So you have 2 closets in your master. So in this model, you're gonna see a dual vanity sink. It's like 78 inches, right? I've measured it myself. I can't do it very well. And the actual, we call it a water closet, right? Or the toilet, it's tucked back. It's the best feature. I never thought it was a cool thing until I bought my own home. It's nice just to close the door. You got your own little space. You're on your phone for about an hour, right? Let's be real. And one of the things that's gonna change, you see it tiled below, but they're actually gonna go to luxury vinyl plank, which is kind of in the dining room and living space over there. So it's gonna be a little bit different when you come here, but this is what it is currently. As you go through a lot of the homes today, you're gonna see that everything, what you see is what you get. There's gonna be no upgrades, so it's not gonna be, oh, there's 5 can lights, $1,000. Everything you see behind me, above me, below me, everything is exactly what you get. Now, quartz countertops are standard here. There's no upgrade, so if you see them here, you get them, which is awesome. It's not like you're gonna spend $500,000, then you got quartz, then you got 42-inch, then you got this. What you see in the unit behind me through these tours is exactly what you're gonna get in your home. Minus some of the staging on the walls, obviously, right? They're not gonna give you board and batten walls. But everything else, you get it. See, it's raining. We can hang out on the covered patio, mostly, and not get rained on. So you could actually have your coffee here, just kind of hang out, read a book. This is probably one of the best features of the CLIFTON, so you're not stuck with just a stoop. You actually have a place that you can hide from the rain and still be outside. A little bit windy today, but if you had a sweatshirt or a coat on, you probably wouldn't even notice it here. But it rains a lot here, so this covered patio, one of my favorites. Now, when you have a basement in the CLIFTON, you're gonna have the furnace and the tankless water heater tucked back here. Now, if you don't have a basement, right, they're gonna have to put this somewhere. It's not gonna be under the ground. It's probably gonna be tucked in the closet right above as we walk down. And I'm guessing that's the best space they're gonna have to put it in. So you're probably gonna have the tankless water heater and the furnace right in that corner. And I'm guessing, and I'll make sure to let you know, they're probably gonna get rid of that closet to use all the space for these mechanicals right here. All right, we just toured the CLIFTON. That's a model, it's staged, everything. This is exactly what you'd be buying, move-in ready. So we're gonna tour everything. It looks just like that, but it's gonna have no furniture, none of the board and batten, so you know exactly what you're getting when you come here and you buy one of these homes. The only difference is this one has a 3-car garage option. Let's go check it out. So hopefully the model gave you an idea of kind of decorating what a home would look like, and hopefully this one gives you an exact feel of what this home looks like. And we're gonna quickly look at what the furnace and tankless water heater would be. I can't really step in there, I guess I could. Here we go. Tankless water heater and furnace would be just kind of tucked into a closet as opposed to being in that basement. See, it's kind of tucked away. You still really don't feel like it's there. And there's not much different, right? So you just kind of hide it behind a closet door, you're good to go. So let me know if you like the decorated model CLIFTON or just kind of the one you're gonna move into. And do you really want the basement? Or are you okay without a basement? So this is a Dover, 1,956 square feet, 3-bed, 2-bath with a flex space. There's no basement here though. So let's get in, check it out. It's a little bit different than the CLIFTON. Just like the CLIFTON, you're gonna have that front bedroom, bathroom all tucked off to the side. You're gonna have a flex space. You kind of saw it last time with some alcohol, 4 chairs. Remember to the left, that basement, or we had the closet? Well, this is where the bedroom is. So in here, they've tucked the furnace, the water heater, and then this is where you actually get that 3rd bedroom, which on the CLIFTON doesn't exist. So you're actually gonna have another space, another bedroom. Kind of nice, right? Here is probably the water heater again. Nope, it's a closet. Closet for you guys. All right, water heater's probably over there. Let's step into the living room, dining room combo. You might notice it's laid out a little bit different. Where the kitchen's here, as in the CLIFTON, it's actually to your right, living's to your left. And then you have the living dining combo right here. If we're going for opinions, let me know what you feel, if you like the CLIFTON or Dover better. After looking at it, I kind of like the CLIFTON better, even though it's 2-bedroom. I think it's because of the open concept. I'm really into the open concept lately, but let me know what you guys think below. Covered patio, we got into that. Cool feature to have here. We're stepping into the master. It's kind of like the CLIFTON. The layout feels the same. They've just kind of tweaked and turned things a little bit. Good bedrooms, good sized bedroom actually, but we're gonna step into the master bathroom. The layout's a little bit different, which is kind of throwing me off as I'm looking through it with you guys. The closet's here for a house that's 1,900 square feet, no basement. This is probably the biggest master closet I've seen. Yeah, I'm gonna say it's the biggest one. I'm married. I've probably talked about it quite a bit. I got a little human. I would probably get this corner, as you can see, and my wife would get the rest. Yeah, that's about right. All right, we're at a Henley, 2,600 square feet, 4-bed, 2.5 bath. This one doesn't have a basement though. Let's get inside. All right, so the Henley offers this first floor you can office. I'd probably use it as a playroom, tuck my daughter's stuff away, that way I don't have to see it. But you probably could use it in an office. You have a window, it's pretty awesome. Now we're gonna show you how, we've been showing you a lot of models, a lot of things completed. This thing doesn't have a furnace. This thing doesn't have water, I don't think. And there's really no lights. So We're touring this unfiltered, undone. This is kind of what the building process, people are like, what does the process look like? Well, here's kind of one of them, right? They've got a frame, drywall, they got a kitchen in, something, kind of a half a sink here. We're working on that. But you get the nice tour of kind of what the process looks like. Now, just like the Coventry, the Henley's gonna have a half bath and a closet or a huge walk-in back here. You can't really tell, but here it is. Almost the same size as the Coventry, and the bathroom's tucked right here. They're working on it, right? Now here you're gonna kind of have that real mudroom. You can put a little coat rack in the corner, your shoes, whatever you wanna do, and then a little closet kind of for storage here. Now let's go upstairs. Still no electricity, like everywhere else, but we're gonna tour you kind of what happens when you have no floors. So right now you see the vinyl plank flooring. There's really not anything up there, so let's get up there. Cool, we're just gonna step into the master real quick. Now the Coventry, I feel like has a little bigger of a bedroom. This is probably about 15 by 14. Master bathroom here, not as big. You still have a good sized closet, but it feels a little bit smaller, right? So the 200 and some square feet, it's kind of put in different places. You can see that the bedroom's not as huge. The loft seems like it's a little bit bigger. So it depends on what kind of layout you're looking for. Me, I'd probably take the bigger bedroom just because it's cool, right? You can do some exercises or whatever. And I feel like the closet was a little bigger, but that's preference. Let me know what you guys think down below. Tucked back here is the other two bedrooms. Now, when you don't have a basement, you gotta put things somewhere, right? So the furnace is gonna be sitting up here with you. Most likely the hot water heater, but we're gonna find out later. I'm not sure, right? As I'm trying to guess as I go. When they're finished, it's easy, right? I open the door, there's a furnace, there's a water heater. When there's not, I'm like, I think this is where it's at. But if we go into the other bedrooms, we're gonna see them here. Again, no flooring, probably about a 10 by 10. I feel like the 200 square feet in the Coventry, you kind of feel it in the bedrooms too, it's a little bit bigger. So if you want smaller bedrooms, the Henley's probably good for you, plus you get that loft. But if you want bigger bedrooms, I think the Coventry might be a better fit for you. And then you also have the second bathroom. I've run out of things to do. And normally I say, let's go to the basement, but there is no basement. So let's go check out the HOLCOMBE. A little bit smaller and see what it has to offer. All right, HOLCOMBE, 2,356 square feet, 4 bed, 2.5 bath, another home without a basement. So let's get inside. Or not. Now let's get inside. So kind of like you saw in the Henley, you have the front space. You can use it as an office, a playroom, a small second living space. You can kind of do whatever you want here. You have the bathroom tucked to the right. Now this home is 200 square feet less than the other one, 400 less than the other. And as I've been touring, I can slowly see where the footprints kind of lay differently and why they are smaller. And I still think the Coventry is my favorite. You got the open concept here. You'd probably put a dining room right about here. And then you have your living space. So you notice probably the model, there's a fireplace. There's gonna be no fireplace in these homes. So this is kind of what you get it at, but like I said, there's no power, there's nothing here. So you're kind of seeing what it's kind of looking like as it gets built, and then you see the finished product. So I think it's a good thing to show you guys that not everything's perfect, pretty, you know, there's in construction mode, there's things that are going on. So like I said, every home's gonna have that kind of open concept. This one is a little more partitioned off, you can tell, because you have that front space. You just have a full living, dining, I'm in the kitchen space. 42-inch cabinets, you still have the crown, dishwasher, everything's included. Again, look behind you, there is no fridge, right? That's what you're typically gonna see when you buy the home. And this one doesn't have the covered porch, right? So you kind of see the difference between covered porch and stoop. Depending on what you like, you might wanna go for the covered porch, because if not, you're gonna have your coffee on this, and you're gonna be wet and cold. We toured that Coventry, we toured the Henley, you saw the loft. The HOLCOMBE doesn't have a loft, right? Then you kind of, do you want the loft? Do you not want the loft? That kind of tells you what floor plan you like. Me, I kind of have to have a loft nowadays, right? So you got 4 good sized bedrooms. You can see them behind me. And we're gonna step back here. Now, when you don't have a basement, we talked about you gotta store things somewhere, right? So you gotta put the furnace, the hot water heater, washer and dryer. Here it is. So you can have a furnace here, tankless water here, and I know why they're using them, because there's so much storage space that they're saving as opposed to a huge 50, 40 gallon. You still have some good space here. You still got the washer and dryer. It's probably why they make these laundry rooms so massive, right? So if they have a basement, you have a huge laundry room. If you don't have a basement, here's your stuff. Pretty good, smart move. If you want or you value bigger bedrooms, I think this HOLCOMBE or the Coventry is probably a better fit for you. The Henley, the bedrooms are a little bit smaller, it's because they do have that loft space. So depending on which ones you want, I hope that helps you narrow down the home that you want to look at. But let's step in the master real quick. It feels about the same size as the Henley, right? I think the Coventry has the biggest one. Still #1 on my list here. This is good size, probably what my current home is, but once you get a 20 by 20 bedroom, I don't think you want to go back, right? So here's the big size. Again, no lights, no nothing. And let's take a look out back of the views, which is currently mud. It rains in Chicago quite a bit, but you get good views. There's some cornfields. Each lot's gonna have a different view, but you kind of see how big the lots are back here. You're not gonna end up with a little lot in these homes. So you're probably a 1/4 acre to a 1/3 of an acre, and I'll get the exact numbers for you. But at least your yard's good size. You put a big fence up, you can have dogs running around. You just have a lot of grass to mow, whatever you're really into. It's kind of what the bathroom's like. As you notice, the houses that get smaller and smaller, the closets are still massive, but you just lose a little bit of bathroom space and overall space in certain spots, right? So this is like a standard vanity. You probably don't need more than this. You've probably seen a 78-inch one, the one that I can like not reach. This one I can kind of reach. We're close. And then you have a shower here, and you have the water closet, which again, it's nice to be tucked back. Nobody wants to walk in and see anybody. So water closets are great, and then here you can store your towels and everything else. Now, I got a couple friends and myself. Some people are saying 3-car garages are an absolute must. We're in one now. Now, some homes here, specific lots and specific homes do have the 3-car option. So if you want a 3-car, just make sure you check first. You're 15 minutes from Shorewood Commons if you're heading south. It's gonna have your Walmarts, your Targets, your Portillos, and your Buffalo Wild Wings. You know, usual normal stuff. Buffalo Wild Wings still has their Hot Wings challenge. It's like 350,000 Scoville per wing. Now I just finished the Hot Ones challenge. It was rough. I cried, I'll be honest. But I kind of want to try this Blazing challenge just to see how bad it can get. Now it's 10 minutes from Berkshire Place if you're heading north, which is gonna have your Jewel, your Aldi, your Meijer. Even has 2 gyms there, a Planet Fitness and an Anytime, which I think Anytime really is Anytime. Listen, I'm not in the best of shape. You know I don't go to Anytime, let's be real here. But if you want to go north, you know where the stores are. If you want to go south, you know where those stores are. They're different style of stores. Menards is up north. Home Depot south. So most people are either one or the other. I'm a Home Depot person. My daughter doesn't know what the name of the stores are. She only knows it by color. So when we go to the store, I'm like, we're going to the orange store or the green store. Kind of how I let her know. And then when she sees the orange store, she's like, the orange store. It's the cutest thing. Let's hop into restaurants when you're down here. There's a few I say I would check out. First is gonna be Chopped. It's kind of like your classic American restaurant. They have burgers, the menu's huge. You know me, I cannot stand a one-page menu. I just feel like there's not enough options. And I like burgers, beef, steaks. So I'm going here. I'm gonna try 2 different styles of burgers. One is a Devil's 3-Way. Listen, I didn't name this thing, okay? And it's probably not the 3-Way you wanna be in at all. Or they have the Bacon Cheeseburger. Sounds like the safer option. If I'm checking out another restaurant, it's gonna be Freedom Brothers Pizzeria. Let's be real. I eat more pizza, pasta, and tacos than probably anybody. It's just my go-to. I raised Italian, and tacos are cheap and easy to get. So if I'm there, I'm trying the Meat Puppets or the White Zombie, which the names sound kind of weird, right? But Meat Puppets, it's meatballs. And the White Zombie, it's more like burrata. Both are amazing. Now, if you're looking at pizza, they have a lot of specialties, and really you can't go wrong with a place that's called the Freedom Brothers Pizzeria. They probably make good pizza, right? So pick whichever your specialty is, your favorite, and try them out. Promise me you're not going to Starbucks when you're here. There's so many other good options, such as 10 Drops Coffee. If you like coffee with the little leaf on the top, this is the place to go. All I can think of is the Green Hornet. When you made the little perfect coffee with the leaf, this is the place I'd go. It's like artisan coffee, and it's amazing coffee, but the leaf's just kind of neat. So if you're down here, don't hit Starbucks or Dunkin' or whatever. Try 10 Drops and tell me what you think. If schools are important to you, let's dive into what this community feeds into. It's gonna be Plainfield District 202, which houses Lincoln Elementary, K through 5, Ira Jones, 6 to 8, and then Plainfield North, 9 to 12. None of these schools are walkable. You're either gonna take a bus or be dropped off, or drive yourself. Lincoln and Ira are about 5 minutes away. Plainfield North is 12 minutes. Now the closest school you probably could walk to, but you'd have to go through cornfields, which probably isn't a good idea. Now, if this community is not for you, I got a couple more videos here so you can actually look at the other communities. They go to different school districts, whether it's Plainfield South or Oswego East. They have different homes, different communities, different views, a little bit different location. So if the community I just showed you today doesn't fit, try out the other two. Now, if you want to stay up to date on all things new construction, make sure you subscribe below, hit the noti bell so you never miss another episode. And comment below which place you want to try out when you're down here.